Hey, Shalom, this your boy Padatas of War. We give all praise, honor, and glory go to Yahweh. Bashem Yahushua, that's all praises to the Heavenly Father in the name of his Son, who you ignorantly call Jesus Christ. This your boy. But check it out, man. Today we were supposed to go into free. We was gonna go into free game, but today we're gonna go into something different. We was gonna go into free game Wednesdays. But today, man, the spirit hopped on me to go into this stuff about Ice Cube. I was looking at a clip the other day about with Ice Cube, speaking in it. And I just felt like, I was just compelled to go into this because, it's definitely, it's real because it also shows you, with what Ice Cube was talking about, first and foremost, as you can already see the title says Ice Cube refuses to join the club. So the first question we got to ask ourselves, what club are we talking about? Are we talking about the club, Club Shay Shay? Are we talking about Club Soda? What kind of club are we talking about? So we're going to get into what type of club Ice Cube is talking about today, man. We're going to really rock out. We're going to get this stuff popping for real. But, what I was saying was that no matter how far, blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians go in this society, we are always going to continue to be at the bottom, man, regardless. It don't matter. You know what I'm saying? No matter how far we done went, how far, we done grew and stuff like that. Like, we're still at the bottom. The wealth gap is still still at a high rate, man. You know what I'm saying? You got to remember, man, 500 years of captivity and stuff like that, and counting and continuing. Just because, supposedly they took the chains off of us in 1865, just because that supposedly happened, don't mean that we're not still, systems are not still set up against us. Systematic oppression is not still haunting us and destroying us mentally, physically and spiritually. They got systems set up. We still making up, majority of the prison population and stuff like that. Stuff like that is still happening to this day. So we're still in chains. We might not be in chains physically, but we're in chains with our minds. You feel me? So it's a massive wealth gap right now. You know what I'm saying? But Ice Cube, he really hit it on the nail, man. Anybody that know Ice Cube, they know he played in Fridays. Very powerful brother, man. Militant brother. He what else? He straight out of Compton. Anybody know? You know what I'm saying? Nigga with attitude, stuff like that. Anybody know Ice Cube, man? Y'all should know who Ice Cube is, man. Powerful brother. Been putting it down for a long time, man. But like I was saying though, man, Ice Cube, he was speaking on some stuff. And if you know anything about what Ice Cube is doing right now, he's doing the Big Three, the Big Three League. That's one thing that he's doing right now, the Big Three. It's a basketball league where they basically, they doing 3-on-3s. It's basically a 3-on-3 basketball league, where they got probably, it might be about 12 teams or something like that. But these are, these players that make up the basketball, these basketball teams are players that played in the NBA or they international players and stuff like that. But it's a league that Ice Cube is, has put together and came to put together, man. You see what I'm saying? And one thing that's happening right now with him is they're trying to derail what he's doing. You feel me? And see, this is the thing. No matter how high we try to go, somebody is always trying to pull us down because it's these curses that's following us, man. The curses said what? That, if these curses come upon us, that we'll be the tail, that'll be the head. And that's what it's been, you know what I'm saying, for the last 500 years, man. Just like Black Wall Street. I mean, just like, what I'm saying, all these different things that have happened to us and stuff like that. No matter how high we try to climb, they try to pull us down. So we're gonna get into it right now. Let's get into matter of fact, let's get into this video. Let's get into the video right now. I'm gonna share my screen real quick. And we're gonna get into this video. I'm gonna stop talking. We're gonna get right into this video. Let's do this. Entire screen. Sharing my screen now. There we go. All right, that's more like it. Let's get it. All right, let's get it. We about to go into this video. Not this video. Okay, cool. Right here. Let's watch this video, man. We're gonna comment. We're gonna comment on this video, man. Fair use. This is our comment on this video. That's all we doing. Commenting on this video, man. None more, none less. Let's get it.
what's cracking? You know what it is. It's your homeboy Ice Cube. And some of you may not have realized that I'm not part of the club.
So hold up. So hold up. The first thing Ice Cube said up there and said was what? Some of y'all might have realized I'm not a part of the club. One thing y'all gotta understand what Ice Cube is doing right now is he's speaking in codes, man. He's not sitting up there giving you everything. He's speaking in codes to you about, what's really going on and stuff like that. He let you know I'm not in the club. You can take that for what you want to take. It's almost like when Yahweh Shah was speaking in parables and stuff like that. He's basically letting you know he's not in the club. You feel me? So that's one thing to keep in mind. So he's going to explain and go into more and more what he's talking about. So let's continue with the video.
And a lot of you listening to me right here, right now, you're not part of the club either. And what I realized with the club is what makes them so mad is when you don't want to be a part of the club.
So hold on. So he said what makes the people that's in this club it's a club that's exclusive. You feel me? It's exclusive to these certain amount of people, to these certain people. But when you're not a part of that club, it makes them mad. But see, one thing we find out with Ice Cube is that he don't want to be a part of that club, man. He doesn't want to be a part of your club. You feel me? And see, with us being the Hebrew Israelites, we don't want to be a part of your club neither. You feel me? And he's gonna expound on this club that he's talking about and stuff like that. He's gonna expound on it. Let's continue.
That pisses them off. What club am I talking about? I'm talking about the club of gatekeepers that we all got to deal with.
So now he just lets you know what club we talking about. We talking about the club of the gatekeepers. And when he really, talking about the gatekeepers, he's dealing with who? He's dealing with the elites. You feel what I'm saying? That's what he's dealing with. The elites. Matter of fact, let's look up the etymology of elite before we come back to this video. Let's look up the etymology of elite. Let's look at that. Let's look at this. Elite, a choice or select body, the best part. This is the 1800s, 1823 from French, elite, selection, choice from Old French, es light, 12th century, past particle of elire, elisar. I can't say that real quick. I can't say that. But basically it says pick out, choose, from Latin, eliger, choose. So hold up. So when we deal with elite, we're dealing with choosing. You see what I'm saying? We're dealing with election. You see what I'm saying? Because notice it says borrowed in Middle English as chosen person. So basically, when we're dealing with elite, we're dealing with somebody that's chosen. A select body, somebody that's chosen for a certain group, to whatever group that might be. It's somebody that's chosen. Now, with that being said, who are these people? Like we're dealing with. So I'm gonna say this. We definitely got to speak in codes on this type of video. But I'm gonna say this. We're dealing with whether it's the Rothschilds, whether we're dealing with the Rockefellers, to whoever. These are the different type of elite families, the banking families that basically govern these societies and stuff like that. One thing you gotta understand is that it says chosen. It's dealing with like people being chosen, a select body. Just as the Most High has a chosen people, which would be the Israelites, Satan has a chosen people too. You see what I'm saying? Satan has a chosen people, and his chosen people is who? The Edomites, the wicked of the earth. Matter of fact, let's go into this. Let's look at this scripture real quick. Because when we deal with the Edomites, matter of fact, let's go here. Where am I? Okay, let's go. Malachi 1. Let's go to Malachi 1 and look at the Edomites real quick. Let's go right here. Because when we deal with the chosen people, the Most High, we also got to remember that there's a chosen people for Satan too. So let's continue right here. This is the book of Malachi, chapter 1. The burden of the word of the Lord to Israel by Malachi. I have chosen you, saith the Lord. Yet you say, wherein hast thou loved us? So the question that's being asked is like, where have you, you know what I'm saying? You say you chosen us, but yet you say, where has you love? How have you showed that you love us? So that's the question that's being asked. How have you showed that you love us? Notice it says so this is what it's saying. This is what the Lord is saying. Was not Esau Jacob's brother, saith the Lord? Yet I loved Jacob. So he's saying, Esau was Jacob's brother, but yet I love Jacob, which would be, the Israelites, the blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. And it says what? And I hated Esau. So hold up. He said that the way I'm showing you I loved you, I chose you. I chose to love you. And guess what? The way I'm showing you I love you is showing my exact hatred that I had for your brother Esau. You see what I'm saying? Notice what it says. And laid his mountains and his heritage waste for the dragons of the wilderness. So he's letting you know I loved you, and this is how I showed I loved you. I hated Esau. And I laid his mountains and his heritage waste for the dragons of the wilderness. Now notice verse 4. Whereas Edom said, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. And that's what the Edomites do, man. They're constantly on the go. The so-called white man is constantly on the go, building this up, building that up, and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? They got to continue to try to blend in everywhere. They don't want to be the Edomites. They want to be everybody else but the Edomites. But they got to constantly build up here. You know what I'm saying? That's just the Edomites, man. You know what I'm saying? They said, we will return and build the desolate places. We're going to build back up to where we once was. You see what I'm saying? But notice this. Thus says the Lord of hosts, they shall build. Y'all going to take time and give all the time y'all got to build. But notice, but I will throw down. So the Most High is going to throw down whatever the Edomites build up. He's going to throw it down. And notice, it says, they shall call them the border of wickedness and the people against whom the Lord have indignation forever. So when we deal with the Edomites, when we deal with Satan's chosen people, we're dealing with the border of wickedness. Esau's the border of wickedness, man. If you're looking for the highway of wickedness, you're looking at the Edomites, man. And that's just the reality of it. So one thing we got to understand is that Ice Cube is basically saying that he don't want to join himself unto these people who is labeled the border of wickedness. And you have to ask yourself, some of you blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians might get mad at me and be like, man, you talking about the white man, whatever. Y'all might get mad at me. But you got to ask yourself, from the things that have happened to us over the last 500 years, have they not exemplified the border of wickedness? Or have they exemplified the border of righteousness? You got to ask yourself that. That's something to take into account. So when we deal with the Ice Cube not wanting to join into the elite, he don't want to join this society, this club, you know what I'm saying, where you might see Kevin Hart or somebody like that wearing a dress, doing all these different type of funny things. Ice Cube's not down with that. I'm not saying that Kevin Hart's a part of the club. I'm just saying in general, he's not down with the agenda that's being pushed. You feel me? So that's one thing to understand, that he's not trying to be down with that agenda, which is understood. You know what I'm saying? And Ice Cube being a militant brother, he understands, he's not trying to compromise himself. A lot of our people are compromised, and matter of fact, a lot of these people that's in this industry, this is what they're saying. And this is how a lot of these people are in the industry. Let's go to First Maccabees. Let's go to First Maccabees 1. Let's go to First Maccabees chapter 1. I want you to see this in First Maccabees 1. This is how a lot of our people are. And Ice Cube is not trying to be like this. First Maccabees 1. Here we go. Let me go to my point. This is the book of First Maccabees chapter 1. Okay, so verse 11. In those days went there out of Israel wicked men, who persuaded many, saying, let us go and make a covenant with the heathen, that are round about us. For since we departed from them, we have had much sorrow. So here you find our own people sitting up there saying, what? Hey, and these were wicked men of Israel, but they was like, they were persuaded. They was trying to persuade other people, saying, hey, let us go make a covenant with the heathen. Let's go get close with the heathen that's round about us. Because since we departed from them, we done had much sorrow, man. Since we done left master's care, we done have all this type of sorrow. We dealing with all types of problems and stuff like that. That's what these people were saying. You see what I'm saying? That's how a lot of our people is. They find security in their oppressors, opposed to actually, looking to support their own people. And that's a problem within our community. That's why a lot of the money that we bring within our community, it's going out, because we're not putting that money within black and brown businesses. That money that's coming in and stuff like that is being consumed on Tommy Hilfiger, all these different major brands that are ran by white people that really can give a damn about us. They just want our money. You feel me? But we're not putting it in our own people, and then there's division within our own people. There's division amongst each other, within our own circle, that causes us to not even want to deal with our own people. And some of our people don't even want to be professional enough to do business. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes it's like you don't want to deal because some of our people, are not professional enough. So sometimes that can cause you to not want to do business. But at the same extent, dealing with the heathen, man. When you sit up there and say, I'm just gonna sell out and just be a part of the heathen and just do whatever the heathen want me to, hey, at that point, it's a problem. Because notice, verse 15. Notice, watch this, read this. Hold up. No, hold this, watch this. Verse 13. Then certain of the people were so forward herein, and that they went to the king, who gave them license to do ordinances of the heathen. So now they getting license. So these people, they went to a king who gave them license to do after the ordinance of the heathen. So now they're being enabled to be able to do this. You feel me? And when you read verse 15 right here, because verse 15 is the key, and made themselves uncircumcised and forsook the holy covenant and joined themselves to the heathen and were sold to do mischief. So these people said, you know what, damn our own culture, damn our own customs. We're going to do what the heathen is doing. And that's what they went after, what the heathen was doing. Ice Cube saying, I'm not trying to do that. I'm not trying to join unto these people. I'm not trying to do what these people want me to do. You feel me? And I respect Ice Cube for that, man. I respect Ice Cube for that, because it takes a lot to sit up there and speak out about this stuff that's going on and stuff like that. So let's continue.
You know who they are, and they definitely know who they are. A lot of people be like, what? Who? Come on, man, stop playing. So ever since I put out the contract with Black America, they've been
I mean, like, you gotta think about it too. Like, anything you try to do to uplift blacks and Hispanics. See, this is the problem. They don't want us to sit up there and they rather us just suffer without sitting up there, being able to speak about our suffering, or speak about what we're going through, or speak about what we need, in our community, within each other, to be able to continue to press on, in this society. They would rather us just stay in the ghettos, suffer, no reparations, and just deal with what we dealing with. You know what I'm saying? And just die off. That's why the systems are set up to destroy us. You know what I'm saying? And see, this is another part of one of the curses. Matter of fact, let me go to this. This is another part of one of the curses, because it's clear in the curses. Let me go here. This is the book of Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 29. And thou shalt grope at noonday, as the blind gropeth in darkness, and thou shalt not prosper in thy ways. So it was already prophesied, like, once these curses came upon the Israelites, that they was not going to prosper in their ways. You see what I'm saying? Just as the blind is groping in darkness, we was not going to prosper in our ways. You see what I'm saying? Watch this. And thou shalt be only oppressed and spoiled evermore, and no man shall save thee. So what we was going to experience was being oppressed. and spoiled evermore, and no man was going to be able to save us. You see what I'm saying? These are some of the things that we were going to be dealing with as a people. As the Israelites, we would be oppressed and spoiled. People was going to be taken from us. You know what I'm saying? We would be a mockery to these people. And it's sad, but it's the reality of it. You know what I'm saying? Let me go somewhere else. Let me see if I can find this precept. Where is it at? Let me go to this precept real quick and see if I can find it. But it was already said that, these were the things that was going to happen to us and stuff like that. So we got to keep that in mind. Let me go to right here. Watch this. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 44, verse 13. Now watch this. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 44, verse 13. You let our neighbors mock us. We are an object of scorn and derision to those around us. Verse 14. You have made us the butt of their jokes. They shake their heads at us in scorn. Notice, watch this, verse 15. We can't escape the constant humiliation. Shame is written across our faces. And that's the reality of Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. When you look at us, we're being taunted. We're literally the butt of every. When they sit up there and see slavery, guess what? The first picture that pops up in somebody's mind, a so-called African American slave, or a Hispanic slave, or a Native American slave. That's the first thing that pop up in their mind. We're literally the butt of everybody's jokes. When they see us on TV, oh, he's being ghetto. They laughing. Everything's funny to everybody. Our pain, our suffering has became a joke. It has became a damn comedy show to everybody. And it's been put on display before the whole world. But Ice Cube is letting you know that these people want him a part of this stuff. And he's not willing to be a part of it. And as a result of it, he's having problems. You see what I'm saying? So let's continue. Let's go back to the video.
Yeah, this and that. But it's cool, I expect that. I've been working with, on the big three for a long time. And you know how they've been fooling with me. With that, I done made it plain, simple, and clear. What they've been doing, the NBA
Now hold up. It's so crazy because it's like the NBA is a massive, a big organization. And Ice Cube's just trying to do his little thing on the, he's just trying to do his thing, man, over here. But it's like they don't want to see that grow. They don't want to see that expand. They don't want to see that expand because guess what? If Ice Cube start expanding, think about it like this. You think if Ice Cube start expanding in what he's doing, do you not think that you think more people gonna want to play for them white folks, or you think they're gonna want to play for a brother? You know what I'm saying? Play under knowing that this brother is the owner of this, and then he's one of the owners of this, and then you got a commissioner that's a brother, stuff like that. You think that they're gonna want to play for him, or you think they're gonna rather be over there with the white folks? Now, granted, a lot of our people are whitewashed, so some of them might stay over there, but other brothers might be like, you know what, man, let's go over there, man. And he might change the whole format up to the point where now, people that's currently playing, people that's getting drafted, that's coming out of college to whatever, now they're getting drafted into what he's doing. And before you know it, now he got a league going on, and the NBA don't want that. They got to keep people on the plantation. He's trying to take them off the plantation and put them somewhere else. And as a result, he's having problems doing that. Because remember what I just read in Deuteronomy 28 said what? No man shall save you. You see? Let's get it.
A lot of people might say, like, well, Kim, you want to work with the NBA? Really, I don't give a fuck about working with the NBA. What I want them to do when I say work with us is to stop working against us. Stop doing that bullshit behind the scenes that we know you're doing. Mainstream media, they ain't fucking with us.
And see, look, what you gotta understand too, brother. Look, they're on your head. They on your helmet, brother. You know that we the Israelites, brother. You know that we're the Israelites. You know that we're the chosen people. They're on your helmet. They're not going to stop messing with you. They're going to continue to mess with you. Remember, the Bible says, matter of fact, let's go to it. I want to read it. Matter of fact, let's read it. Let's read it. We got to go to it. I'd rather read it than just say it. Ecclesiastes 12 and 10. Never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. The Bible already telling you, never trust thine enemy, Ice Cube. You know that we're the Israelites. Like, you literally know we're the Israelites. Matter of fact, let me pull this up real quick. Let's go right here. So watch this. So this was like a while back that this happened, when Ice Cube was posting stuff on, I think he was posting stuff on Twitter and stuff like that. So he was criticized, as you can see right here. Ice Cube criticized for posting a string of anti-Semitic images and conspiracy theories. Remember, it's always a conspiracy theory whenever you speak something that is, whatever. But this was a while back. This was like in what year was this? Let me see where this article was. This article was in it says 6/11/2020. You see that? That's when I say the article was. Now let's continue. I want to read something right here. Watch this. Where is what I had? Oh, it's right here. It's down here. Right here. So look at this. In response to an image of slaves working in Egypt with the caption. So he posted an image of slaves working in Egypt, and he said, Hebrew Israelites, slaves in ancient Egypt. Clearly, they are black people. So look at this. International human rights lawyer Arsen Ostrovsky or something like that. I don't know his name, but yeah. Replied, sorry, Ice Cube, lost all respect for you now. Was willing to give you the benefit of the doubt, but no more. You cannot claim to fight racism by employing anti-Semitism. It also only demeans your memory, the memory of George Floyd. Shame on you. You know what's so crazy about this? It's so crazy. You're talking about fighting racism when all Ice so now you're saying that Ice Cube can't fight racism when all Ice Cube is saying is that in this picture, these people are the Israelites. That's all Ice Cube was saying. And you're sitting up there saying that, oh, you cannot claim to fight racism. What's racist about saying, what's clearly in the picture? These people look like so-called black people. What's racist about that? But see, with us, when it comes to us, like they always say, we got to go links to prove that we're the Israelites. The people that's over there, the small hats, they don't gotta do anything to prove that they're the people. We have to go through massive lengths to show that we're the Israelites, but they don't. But see, he's basically saying this is anti-Semitism, what Ice Cube is doing. So this shows you that Ice Cube understands that we're the Israelites. He already know we're the Israelites. So he's gonna have problems. I don't understand why he don't realize we're gonna have problems, man. Matter of fact, well, didn't Yahweh, what Yahweh Shai say, man? Let's go there. Because this is what Yahweh Shai said. Matter of fact, we're gonna read this right now. That's what Yahweh Shai said. This is the book of John, chapter 15, verse 18 in NLT. If the world hates you, remember that it hated me first. The world would love you as one of its own if you belong to it, but you are no longer a part of the world. I chose you out of the world, so it hates you. So you already got to understand, people that's in the world, people that's living in the world, they're going to hate you. Because especially when you're bringing out truth. Yahweh Shai also said, ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall set ye free. You understand the truth. So what? It's going to cause people in the world to hate you about the stuff that you're bringing out. You know what I'm saying? We can't ever get it twisted. You know what I'm saying? That people are going to hate you for what you do. Pac said it best. Hey, Pac said it best. People gonna hate you for whatever you do, and that's what Pac said. That's the reality of it. People gonna hate you for whatever you do, you know. But so with that being said, we might as well continue to just speak this truth, stand on what we talking about, and don't sit up there and crumble under pressure. You feel me? Let's if we're gonna sit up there and talk about it, let's stand on it. Let's continue to do what we talking about. Don't sit up there and play around. Let's stand on it. Let's stand on business. You feel me? Let's be solid. You know. So that's one thing to understand that you're gonna be hated in this life. So don't ever think that like these mugs is just gonna bow down to you, Ice Cube. Like, come on, bro. You gotta remember too, man. Look at this. Matter of fact, let's look at this before we go back.
Taking rap music literally for everything that's said is like taking TV literally. You have TV programs and you have the news.
Let's look at
rap
this.
music. You have the same thing. Of course, the TV programs are most parts fiction, and the news is real. And with my record, you have both. You have the news and you have the fictional things that happen, and that's a part of life in a lot of cases.
So it'd be pretty dumb to do everything that your lyrics advocate.
Of course.
Okay. Next caller, Janet from California. Janet?
Hello, Ice Cube.
How you doing?
I'm fine. I want to know, do you get along with NWA any kind of way at all?
Well, I've talked to a couple of guys in NWA. The reason that we were separated was because I felt that the person that I'm talking about on the record separated us. And
Your manager.
yeah, and I understand that.
And he's talking about who? Jerry Heller. He's talking about Jerry Heller, man. That damn devil. Talking about him. He said they separated him. And that's what they come. Hey man, the devil comes to what? To conquer, man. He comes to divide and conquer. And that's what happened, man, with him. Divide and conquer, man. He was divided and conquered this group.
And certain people like Dr. Dre, if I get this correct, are finally waking up and smelling the coffee, and now they're looking for their money. Something that I should have told them to do. Something I told them to do back in 1989.
Does that answer your question?
Very proud of you. Thank you.
Okay. Next caller, Eric from Georgia. Eric?
Hi. How do you feel about the beer company that pulls the commercial you endorse because of your anti-Jew beer?
It's crazy because like in this point, anti small hat, because his anti small lyrics, he got commercials pulled and stuff like that. This shows you, man, this is deep. The rabbit hole is deep, man. You say anything about the small hats is a problem. You feel me? But the moment you sit up there and say you're a Jew, it's anti-Semitic.
Well,
Anti-Semitic lyrics would be a nicer way of putting it.
well, the lyrics aren't really anti-Semitic, and I can't understand. I listen to people like the Simon Wiesenthal and Rabbi Cooper, and am I getting this wrong? Are they saying that they condone what Jerry Heller or some of these other people have done to me?
All right, so he's asking like, are they? Matter of fact, let him finish his thought. He need to finish his thought. Then I'm gonna collaborate.
Do they say that it's all right for Jewish managers to get young black kids with talent off the street without without lawyers and without people that was helping me in my benefit to make records? That's what I'm getting out of this, and I really would like to speak to Rabbi Cooper about that, because maybe if they're getting mixed messages on that side of the table, I'm kind of getting mixed messages on this side of the table too.
We're talking about the Simon Wiesenthal Center, which said that your album should not be distributed and that people should not listen to it.
Okay, let me stop it right there. So basically, what he's saying is that basically you're saying that if I say something about the truth about what's happening to us, the same stuff that Ye was saying. If I say something about the truth of what's happening to us, I gotta get labeled anti-Semitic when all I'm doing is just speaking about the truth. So it's okay for them to continue to rape and rob me. I can continue to get raped and robbed in broad daylight in front of everybody, stripped naked, exposed. You know, my shame is literally showing in front of everybody, in front of the whole world. It's okay for that to happen, but the moment, it's okay for that to happen. Don't say nothing against them. You say something against them, what I'm saying, you're wrong. Just go through what you're going through as a good slave. That's what they want us to do. That's crazy. Let's go back to this video. So they've been on his back. So let's get it.
And that's cool. We can do it ourselves, you know what I'm saying? We're still on the rise without these motherfuckers. So we don't need them, you don't need them. So what am I gonna do to deal with these gatekeepers? Well, what I'm gonna do is go on the Gatekeepers podcast tour, and I'm gonna go talk to everybody, and get a chance to get my message out to the people. Be able to let people hear from me, and you might agree, you might not, but the important thing is, for me to go on these platforms, to say what I feel about what I think. And, some people may get pissed off because I'm going to talk to everybody. I'm not playing. And it's gonna be crazy summer. It's gonna be fun. Appreciate y'all. Always support the big three. Hopefully I'm doing stuff that you guys dig. I'm not doing this for me. I'm doing this for people that's bored as summer with summer sports and want something cool like the big three. So here we are. Appreciate you. Much love, much respect from you.
Yeah, so but yeah, with Ice Cube, man, that's what I'm saying. Like even with him going on these platforms and stuff like that, these major platforms or whatever. I mean, you're liable to get some traction, You're liable to get some type of traction, amongst people actually listen, because that's where people are listening. That's where more people are, more ears are, more people, more views and stuff like that. So you're liable to get more people to be able to actually hear what's being said and stuff like that. And it definitely can open up doorways for you to really speak your truth and stuff like that. So I get what he's doing, you know what I'm saying? I just want, I really pray that, our people will understand too, man, more so than anything, no matter how much we try, these people are, this is these people world. You know what I'm saying? That's just the reality of it. Our kingdom is coming, but we got to keep the law, statutes, and commandments. We got to do what the Most High laid out for us, and that's to keep His commandments in order for us to see our kingdom and stuff like that. So we got to keep that in mind, man. So let me go here. Matter of fact, yeah, we're gonna end up closing out. That's all I really have for that. Yeah, we're gonna close out. Yeah, we're gonna close out, man. So that's the lesson for today, man. I'm gonna go into some more stuff, man. If you got anything that you want me to go on, cover and go into, just send it to me. Let me know. You can send it to, whether it's the channel, whatever. Put something in the comments, whatever you want to do. But like, comment, subscribe, share this channel, man. We trying to get this channel up. We trying to build it up. We got more videos coming, man. It's your boy Padata Zawar, and I'm out.